Welcome to Civil Services Achievers Point. We are discussing today the Assam Tribune of 2nd November. This Assam Tribune analysis is based on the new pattern of APSC. It is also useful for the other state level government examinations. At Civil Services Achievers Point, we have various courses. For details, you can call at the number given below. You can also follow us in the various social media platforms. These are the answers to the MCQs of 31 October 2020, and these are the MCQs of 2nd November. You can pause the video here and you can try to answer these MCQs in the comment section below. So these are the important newspaper articles we are discussing. So students, let us begin now. The first article is regarding the seaplanes, and for the seaplanes, more water aerodromes are to be placed. So also for Guwahati, plan includes the Guwahati riverfront and Umrangso reservoir. So this topic is very important for our General Studies 3 paper, Economic Development, in the infrastructure topic. So we will see what the news article is about. So the government is looking to set up 14 more water aerodromes now across the country after the successful launch of maiden seaplane service by Prime Minister Narendra Modi between the Statue of Unity near Kevadia in Gujarat's Narmada district and Sabarmati riverfront in Ahmedabad. So this point might be checked by APSC, that near which statue or in which district or in which state the first or the maiden successful launch of seaplane service was done by the Prime Minister. So these will facilitate seaplane services on various routes like the Lakshadweep, Andaman Nicobar, Assam, Maharashtra and Uttarakhand. So across different states in India, these facilities will be developed. Development of 14 more water aerodromes is being planned across India, and Airports Authority of India and Ministry of Civil Aviation has requested the Inland Water Authority of India (IWAI) to conduct a hydrographic survey, and later on requested assistance in setting up jetties for facilitating the passenger movement. So this will provide alternate passenger transport in India. So this is a very new development, and APSC and UPSC will check this knowledge in the upcoming prelims examination. So the potential locations include Tehri Dam in Uttarakhand, Guwahati Riverfront and Umrangso Reservoir in Assam, Khinsi Dam and Erai Dam in Maharashtra, Prakasam Barrage in Andhra Pradesh, Minikoi and Kavaratti in Lakshadweep, Havelock, Neil, Long and Hoodbay Islands in Andaman Nicobar. So these are some of the probable locations as per the government. Now coming to the next important article, India asks Pakistan to vacate its occupation of Gilgit-Baltistan. So where is Gilgit-Baltistan? Gilgit-Baltistan is the POK or Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and the region is claimed by both India and Pakistan also, and Pakistan administers that part. That is why it is called Pakistan administered Kashmir. And this topic is we are studying under the General Studies 3 paper, topic internal security. So the center has asked Pakistan to vacate from the Indian territory of Gilgit-Baltistan, which the Prime Minister of Pakistan declared as its provisional 5th province. So the Prime Minister Imran Khan announced that his government has decided to grant the provisional provincial status to Gilgit-Baltistan, and it is a part of the erstwhile princely state of Jammu and Kashmir and illegally occupied by Pakistan in 1947. However, the government of India firmly rejects the attempt by Pakistan to bring material changes to a part of Indian territory which is under the illegal and forcible occupation of Pakistan. So the government said that the union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, including the area of the Gilgit-Baltistan, are an integral part of India by virtue of the legal, complete and irrevocable accession of Jammu and Kashmir to the Union of India in 1947. So, the Pakistan government has no locus standi on territories illegally and forcibly occupied by the Pakistan. Now, coming to the next important article, Munin Borgotaki award conferred. So this is very important because APSC sometimes asks on questions on various awards provided. So Munin Borgotaki award conferred, and this topic we are studying under the general studies on Assam paper, topic culture. So this year's Munin Borgotaki literary award has been awarded on young writer Abhijit Bora, and he has been chosen for the award for his manuscript titled Deoka Konai Jai. So APSC might check this point, so you should make a note of it. Now coming to the next news article, Meghalaya has been ranked second best governed small state. So this topic we are discussing under the General Studies 2 paper, topic governance. So Meghalaya was adjudged the second best governed state in the small states category in the Public Affairs Index PAI, and it is released by the Public Affairs Center. So this point is important because it might be checked by the APSC in the upcoming exam. So the Chief Minister of Meghalaya, Conrad Sangma, tweeted that happy to share that Meghalaya has been ranked the second best governed state in India in the small states category based on the Public Affairs Index 2020. The states were ranked by Bengaluru-based Public Affairs Center, which is a not-for-profit think tank and is headed by the former ISRO chairman K. Kasturiranjan. Meghalaya, with a total score of 0.797, was behind Goa. So Goa was adjudged the best governed state in the small states category in terms of governance. So these points are very important, that which is the first state and which is the second state. So as per the organization, the governance performance is analyzed in the context of sustainable development, and which is defined by the three pillars of equity, growth and sustainability. And the state which featured at the bottom of the list is Mizoram in terms of sustainability. So you should know this point also. So now coming to the next news article, Bihu's glorious heritage is now on international website. So this we are discussing on the for the paper General Studies on Assam, topic culture. The glorious intangible heritage of Bihu with comprehensive elucidation has been uploaded on the website of the International Committee on Intangible Cultural Heritage, ICICH. Now, a press release issued stated that a recent webinar titled Bihu, an Agrarian Festival of Assam, held under the International Council on Monuments and Sites, India, Northeast Zone, three panelists, Dr. Pradeep Neog, Dinesh Gogoi, and Midu Mosom Bora, gave presentations on the various cultural heritages of Bihu. Now coming to the next important article, government provides rupees 670 crores support to the rural banks. So this we are discussing for the paper General Studies 3 and topic economic development. In a bid to strengthen the capital base, the union government has provided rupees 670 crore to regional rural banks, that is the RRBs, considering their importance in agriculture, finance, and during these difficult times. And out of the 43 RRBs, about one third, especially from the northeast and eastern regions, are in losses, and they needed fund to meet regularity capital requirement of 9%. So as per the current scheme of recapitalization of RRBs, the capital support is provided to these banks by the center, concerned state governments, and the sponsor banks in the ratio of 50:15:35 respectively, to enable them to meet the regulatory requirement of capital to risk weighted assets ratio CRAR of 9%. So this point is very important. Candidates should make a note of it. So now coming to the next Apne Desh Ko Jano initiative, Feluda test. So Feluda test is a low cost indigenously developed test that can detect the coronavirus disease within an hour, and it is named after a fictional detective created by the late Satyajit Ray, and it has been developed by senior scientists Dr. Debojyoti Chakraborty and Dr. Soubhik Maity at CSR IGIB Delhi. So with these students, we come to an end to today's current affairs class. I hope this class was very helpful. Thank you. Thank you very much.